Einstein's IQ was 164.
Hello, everybody. I am Adam King, the King Source. Today we're talking about a CBS article about trade candidates. Before we get into that, please subscribe to the channel. Watch the videos all the way through. Like the videos. Helps every channel like this out. Not just mine, but all of them out with the stupid YouTube metrics. Anyways, so CBS Sports put out this article, which they are talking about, is it 12 or 10 candidates? 10 players who they think will be traded. And we're going to go one by one and talk about the likelihood and all of that, okay? So just sit back, think about this, and we'll go one by one. And I'll say where I think they could be traded or if they would be traded. First one is Bobby Delbeck of the Red Sox. He has no trade market at all. Okay, he batted .269 with 15 home runs. He played in 61 games because of how bad he was. In 2022, only .215. Even worse, this is not a good player. This guy's a flop of a prospect. He can't stay healthy. He's struggling to hit. He has no market. I don't think he can be traded. They think the Diamondbacks, Giants, Tigers. I could potentially actually see a team like I've been desperate for first baseman go after him. Number 2, Joey Adell. Joey Adell. I've met him a couple times in Salt Lake when he was with the Bees. Interesting guy. Again, another player that struggled to bigs. 224, 8 home runs, 27 RBIs. I think he could actually be traded, and the Athletics and Nationals make some sense. I can see him trading to the Athletics and say, we're dumping him on the Athletics, a bad player. And then he explodes with the Athletics. Just saying. Then it's Ivan Herrera of the Cardinals. He's a catcher. He hasn't done anything in the bigs at all. Okay? He was blocked by Yadier Molina, and now being blocked by Wilson Contreras. I do think they could trade him. He is a good prospect still. They have Astros, Cubs, Red Sox. Makes some sense, but it's going to be a team that is desperate for a catcher, really, that goes after him. Jared Kelenic, and it is Kelenic. I don't care what anybody else says, that's how you pronounce it. 141, 7 home runs, 17 RBIs. He has struggled with the Mariners his whole career. He has struggled. He does need to be traded. I think he will be traded. This one I would give about a 95% chance. Reds, Rockies, Royals, all three make sense. All three. And I can see him exploding with any of them as well. Mariners just not a good fit for him. Number 5 is Max Kepler. We all know about the trade talks there going on right now. The Dodgers really trying. There are a couple of other teams. The Yankees checked in, but they're not really in the talks. Okay? He is a player, if he goes to the right team, would explode. But we do have to mention that his big year was an outlier. It was not who he is. He is about a .250 hitter, 20 home runs, maybe 80 RBI hitter. That's who he is. Not that 29 homer, 108 RBI, 340 hitter. That was an outlier season. So we need to keep that in mind. The right hitting coach may be able to get that outlier year back. I don't know who that is. My biggest reservation about Kepler, he's never played left field in his life. He's only been a right fielder. So he's not a fit for the Yankees. A bad fit for the Dodgers, so they could move the right fielder to left field. They have that kind of flexibility. That's why he fits there. They have Dodgers, Rangers, Yankees. I just mentioned a couple of those. Rangers make a ton of sense, far more than the Yankees. I do not think the Yankees. Next one is Ezekiel Duran, a third baseman with the Rangers. They have the Brewers, Red Sox, White Sox. Mark the Red Sox off after they got Justin Turner. There's no chance. But I do think he can be traded. He's kind of blocked there behind Corey Seager and Simeon. So it's, yeah. Be interesting to see. He's a former Yankee prospect. He went over in the trade. And he projects more as an outfielder to me. I do think he'll be traded. Brewers make a ton of sense. They also have the Red Sox and the White Sox. Of course, Red Sox are out. The White Sox actually make a good bit of sense as well. Next one they have is Jared Duran. To my knowledge, no relation between these two. Their last names are pretty much identical. They are. Jared Duran's an outfielder. 221 batting average, 3 homers, 17 RBIs. It'll be interesting to see if he is in fact actually traded. He does not have much of a market. He's going to be very hard, but is now trapped behind Masataka Yoshida, Ricky Hernandez, and Alex Verdugo. So they have Dodgers, Giants, Marlins. So it should be interesting. They might be able to find a taker. The next one, the guy is 100% traded already. 261, 4 home runs, 48 RBIs. Got to get more than that, but this is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Now, he did not make the Yankees pass anybody at all. He did not affect that. But Oswald Peraza was ready to take over shortstop, and they do have a trade in the works for shortstop. I'm not going to talk about that on this video, but because I've already talked on others, mind you. But IKF is one that he's as good as traded already. They have the Marlins, Twins, Rockies. All three have already made offers for him. I can tell you that much. And the Marlins offers one where the shortstop would come back as well. I'll say that much. But yeah, his best fit is when they put him at third base. All three of those teams need a third baseman, so keep that in mind. I think he's as good as traded already. Number 9 is David Peterson, left-hand pitcher with the Mets. And due to their acquisitions of Verlander, Scherzer, Quintana, Carrasco, and of course Verlander, or not Verlander, Senga, both he or Carrasco, one of them is getting traded. And Taylor McGill might as well. The fits they have are the Giants, Padres, Twins. All three make a lot of sense, all three. Now, the Padres are a little bit loaded at the pitching market, but the Giants or Twins should make a play. I'll be surprised if they don't. Number 10 is Ryan Weathers, a right-hand pitcher for the Padres. They have the fits as the Rays, Cardinals, Brewers. Rays are not. This is not their style guy. He had a 9.82 ERA in just 3.2 innings pitched. So, not that good of a pitcher, but I do think he'll be traded and become a reliever myself. I think a team can make him really be very effective. I'll keep an eye on the Brewers, really, on this one. And there's a couple other teams I would as well include the Rangers. So that has been a look at the 10 trade candidates. And the one on your screen you're seeing there is IKF. That's the same picture they used, by the way, in the article. That's why I went ahead and used it. He's the one I think most likely to be traded in this whole list. I think he's already traded, as I've mentioned. So I'm going to look at this CBS Sports article. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, everybody. It's been the King Source. Again, remember to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, watch them all the way through. It helps all of these sports channels out. Have a great day.
Our Einstein's IQ was 160.